This is a true story. This is about a very, very poor, tortured soul inside of a Kentucky State Reformatory. He was in the hole. This guy was crazy. He was nuts so for real. You want to hear how crazy this guy was? This is bad coming from somebody like me. Oh yeah. This poor guy. This poor, poor soul. This poor, tortured soul. And this is a disgusting story. If you're a child, you should not listen to this story at all. Ever. If you're a child, close your fucking ears till the end of this segment if you're watching this movie. No children allowed, and this is sick fucking shit. I recommend just any adult that doesn't want to hear some really nasty, horrible story about an individual in prison, how crazy a person can be. I'm pissed off about their ability to choose for their own body, their own choice for their own body. Really about how vehement they can get about that when it comes to their right and their freedom, when it comes to drugs. Their love of drugs cost them to make decisions that cost them their freedom in their life, to never be able to be around a female ever again. And he was so adamant he was not going to turn gay while he was in there, and he wanted to cut his penis off and tell this to a guard and explain to him through the fucking bean flap while he was in the hole in solitary confinement. He was pissed off at the guard. He whipped out a razor, because that's what he kept on all the time for defense. And he ripped his fucking own fucking dick off with his fucking razor blade. Just hacked that motherfucker off. I'm not sure how much of it he cut off. Just to cut off his own fucking dick. He was pissed off because the drug war. You know, I've heard a lot of people get pissed off at their dick. But that motherfucker, poor soul, that poor tortured soul, he would deface himself in such a manner and not go to the proper surgeon and had it inverted properly. But like he said, he wanted to destroy that fucking vein, that nerve, and that sensation ability that he had, so he wouldn't even have that drive anymore. Because he didn't want to have a sex drive if he couldn't access a woman. He wanted to, if it offended him, he wanted to throw it away from him. Because he knew his own sinful weakness. He was scared he would damn himself to hell for his religious belief. And it was so horrible wrong. The war on drugs and that caused this person to dismember himself. And if he wanted to deaden that nerve, there was a much, much more painless way to do it. He could have went to a surgeon. They could have severed the nerve for him with a minor surgery, and he wouldn't have to have lost parts. They could have just ended the sensation for him, so he would no longer have the drive. They have a similar thing, so you can no longer do children. They have a similar thing. If they fuck it up, you can no longer feel. It's like one in a rare chance. That's why I was like, yeah, I don't know why I like stop having just that. Really just take the chance. Then lose the ability. But at the same time, I want a gender transition surgery. I want it inverted properly. But at the same time, I know my body, my nerves in the wrong place. If they do it the standard way, they'll end my ability to function. Because I'm not wanting a chance that my nerves are just wired differently. Oops, they didn't know because they didn't fucking realize beforehand because they didn't scope the fucking nerves properly with the proper equipment. They don't know what to fucking with when it comes to my penis and my body. Because everybody's built a little differently and I'm a little bit deformed. Mine's on backwards. Or upside down, or the nerves on the wrong side. Anyway, it's kind of weird how it happened there. Malfunction in my circumcision apparently made it a sensitive spot there instead of on the other side where it should have been. I guess maybe in a different location. It should have been in a different area. Now it's in one precise spot, only that spot. So of course that wound got special attention, which made it worse because they fucked up my circumcision at the hospital when I was too young to make a decision. So that's 4 birth defects they gave me at birth. Or 4 injuries. Let's see. Not cutting the cord, that's 1. Put my head up in, there's 2. 3, pulling it back out. The baby's protected the first time through by a natural remover. And once you're through, perimeter cuts off. Back through, out, the head got squished. Started to form out and got scratched again a little bit. That's 2 separate injuries there. 2 more blows to the head. Those are head ringers. No, that's not when I woke up. I'll tell you what, it pissed me the fuck off. I was pissed at the doctor. I was trying to not be born and get away from my dad. I was gonna write my mom. I wanted to save her from that. She didn't have me in the world. Well, she would have to go through that. No one should have to go through that, so I tried to save her from that by dying inside of her. I was really active. Sorry. Demon baby born away. Trying to kill myself before I came out. To save my mom from changing my life, to take it out of existence, to unmake it from happening. So I don't want to suffer the fate that I suffer from going through my life. But I wasn't realizing at the time my life was going to change me and take me out of that fucking fate. And I was going to grow out of that into a different state. Actually. Does that make sense? Hey, there was a fries ever beep. Oh, it's a walk from the wall. Charging the phone. I'm playing 6 files at once. Probably won't get done until midnight. I've recorded 2 or 3 since then. Long ones. That's the last one I'm gonna upload. Those last 3 files. Upload these 6 and I'll jump to these other 3. Sorry for leaving some out. There's some profound statements in there, some funny ass fucking jokes. Sorry, missed it. If I can get my data chip safely to Hollywood, I can get a long movie. Hopefully the world can have it. I'm giving away for free. Don't hurt me over it. It's great. Give it away. I'm just giving it away. If I just sell enough my books, I'll be comfortable. I don't need an extra thing. Like, those big names that I'm like, sort of like pleasurizing the fuck out of, saying I'm their character and I'm this character and I'm this character. Yeah, they can all take down that tape, all that recordings and just have fun with it and divide that up amongst themselves. That's my protection from a lawsuit. Here, take my data chip. Here you go. Got it? Good. Put that in your pocket. You want to sue me? Here. I give you this for free. Give you the clothes, lawsuits. All of you fucking money hungry fucking lawsuit motherfuckers out there. So, hey, I made up a character and he just like claimed to be that character in real life. Like somehow, with some power of his mind, somehow. You can't really sue me over that. Really? How I identify? Can you? If I identify as your character, steal your lines on a fucking thing I recorded myself trying to explain myself. Huh? I can do that. Can you just like take over characters? I am the Joker. Maybe a joke, maybe not a joke. Not a joke, a joke. He's a funny guy though. You can joke with him, he loves a good joke. Just like don't, hurt the guy or like throw things at him or scare him or do like sudden movements. Cause he's actually a scaredy cat. He's a bad motherfucker when he wants to like fuck with your head. So he's a scared guy inside. Wants to be a hero, wants everybody else to be heroes too. And patriotic for your country, support your troops, and defend us all against the aliens. Because war of the future, Americans gonna compete for the number 1 badass fucking warrior. Every nation's gonna compete for a badass fucking warrior if they want to. So like, I'm sure Japan wants to like regain its honor over American like defeat in the past. So it'd be like a competition against the aliens to see who's a better warrior against the aliens, not against each other. Does that clarify your fucking war for you? That solve your war problems? That's how we should handle our wars from now on. We don't make our wars against each other, literally on each other. We make our war against each other on the aliens that are possibly attacking us, or on the alien landscapes that we must dominate in order to habitate. Does that make sense? We compete in that manner. That's our war. You want to take it out? You want to take, you got to beef with your neighbor? Say, oh yeah, well, I'm going to go on this mission. I'm going to be better at it than you. Challenge to a duel. Go do it. Fight your battle that way. Whoever wins, it was right. Whoever wins, you fight for your glory. Whoever wins that, fight for your glory. Whoever earned that trophy, kiss that right to say, oh yeah, I made the decision. What if it was like a competition like that? What if we settled on matters like that? What if it was like a space race for real? but like beneficial to each other and like spying on each other, like group effort. But like still like we got our ties, we got us trained, and like, everybody tries to put their own little twist on their thing, give it their own thing, Like I want to put the American twist on all the foreign stuff, because that's what America is, a melting pot of cultural ideas. But yet everybody has their own culture. But like, hey, I'm just a lost hillbilly from the sticks. I don't really know what my culture should be, so I just like adopted a bunch of other cultures, and like gave the biggest fucking middle finger to the local one that I possibly could. Thank you. Thank you. Because if this is how my local people are going to treat me, I was like, fuck you and your goddamn heritage. Y'all all fucking idiots anyway. Trying to be fucking Gandalf and just lost your fucking code of ethics along the way. Gandalf is in the White House, using white power to defend the world from evil. It's not a joke about racism. It's not a racist thing. And he's not being a racist. He just happens to be a white-looking guy who uses the power that happens to be on the side of good, and known as the side of light, opposite of darkness. So of course it was translated to white, but like green and purple are good opposites, and there's other opposites, black and white. So clear and opaque are opposites. Space and anti-space are kind of opposites. And yeah, you can have anti-space pockets. Those are real. 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 I just, hate to have one go off inside here because, I don't mean to be that guy. See my kitchen? Imagine an island in the middle. Kind of looks familiar. I don't know. Maybe if I look at it from the other direction. House in Salem. That's dear. Any questions? What? You ever heard of I speak fax machine language or fucking, old modem language? I can speak binary, bro. Yeah, fucking cool. R2D2 is actually a combination. He's actually both bilingual. R2D2 is bilingual. I can hear that in his voice when he talks. He's bilingual. I maybe spoke about it in my books, writing it down. Maybe at some point. I won't pick myself. Sorry. Bing, 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 bing. Speed it up. Probably a cuss word. Hey, dude, what are you doing? Probably some cuss word. Like a pumpkin mother or some shit, R2D2's a dirty mouth little guy. He's a hero, though. Maybe there's like a picture muffler. I'm not quite sure. I think he's a repair bot. Maybe I'm not quite getting the slurs. Sorry. I'm not a very good C3PO on that one. What, you thought I was gonna be like... They're all expressions of George Lucas. Yeah. feels he can be those people. It's how he described their characters so well. Whatever book he wrote, screenplay, stuff. I'm not sure if he really believes it or if it's just his, fun time imagination. Because I did stuff like that when I was locked up in the hole. I made up little imaginary worlds in my head with like characters like that. I had one based on this book I read about this. It was actually a combination of books. Yeah, I've kind of presented most of it. It's the world I see it. That's the way the world is. You know why? I see it so, you know why? I'm really good at looking at shit and seeing truth and bullshit now. I think I know what's real better than you do. And I see all the craziest shit. What does that say about what you know? Let's see if I can prove I know more than you. Does that mean I'm right? If only.